There are 5 oceans on Earth now. This is what National Geographic explains. And I'm showing you the map of Null School. And this is having to do with the ocean. It's on the ocean mode, waves, winds, currents. And you'll see that it's basically on sea surface temperature as well as currents and waves. And I'll leave a link below so you can play around with it and see what's involved with Antarctica. 6 continents, 4 oceans. And that's what we all know from school and easy quiz questions. But some say there are 5 bodies of water on Earth. Will people happily accept this, or will there be some backlash like when Pluto was downgraded from planet to a dwarf planet back in 2006? The National Geographic Society said it's time to recognize that there are 5 oceans on our planet and not 4. The Southern Ocean, the body of icy water which encircles Antarctica, will now officially join the Arctic, Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans on the maps made by the Society. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Now, this move may not be accepted by everyone. The decision was made in the wake of World Oceans Day celebrations on June 8 to reflect on what scientists, explorers, and geographers have suspected for a long time, that the waters around Antarctica are unique and cannot simply be thought of as extensions of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. Now, as we can see, they've got a movement of their own around Antarctica. Its own temperature, as opposed to the immediate difference from the temperature surrounding them from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. Yes, this is what you can see from the map. National Geographic tweeted, there is of course just one interconnected world, but it has traditionally been divided into 4 regions: Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic and Indian Oceans. Scientists have known for many years that the icy waters around Antarctica form a distinct geological, ecological region defined by ocean currents and temperatures. The Southern Ocean has long been recognized by scientists, but because there was never agreement internationally, we never officially recognized it. This is what National Geographic Society geographer Alex Tate, who is tasked with keeping the map policy up to date, says. Tate says that the society, which has been making maps since 1915, always labeled it, but slightly differently than other oceans. He says this change was taking the last step in saying, we want to recognize it because of its ecological separation. So this is defined by current, not continents. And we can see the current here is all around Antarctica, icy waters, as you can see from the Earth Null School map. Yes, it doesn't seem to be interacting with the other oceans either. So scientists are confident the waters around Antarctica form a distinct ecological region, which are defined by their unique Antarctic circumpolar current, ACC. Inside, the current waters are colder and less salty, they say. The dense waters also help store carbon deep in the ocean, playing a huge role in how our planet, climate, and global circulation system works. So they are colder, as you can see, much colder than the surrounding oceans, and they seem to be right. I mean, from what we see here, the temperatures over in the water of the Antarctic, the Southern Ocean, seems to be totally separate from the other ones, which are much warmer waters. So anyone who has been there will struggle to explain what's so mesmerizing about it, but they'll all agree that the glaciers are bluer, the air is colder, the mountains more intimidating, and the landscape more captivating than anywhere else you go, says Seth Sikora Bodhi, a National Geographic explorer and marine scientist at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. So National Geographic admits they have decided to update its list of oceans without an official determination from the International Hydrographic Organization, IHO. It's an intergovernmental body that has been working with the UN to chart waters worldwide. The IHO simply could not agree on the extent of the Fifth Oceans region and its name, although they did recognize the Southern Ocean back in 1937, only to backtrack on this decision 16 years later. Meanwhile, the U.S. Board on Geographic Names has used the designation since 1999, and NOAA recognized the Southern Ocean this February. Peculiarly enough, the change has already been reflected in Google Maps, although it seems that this has been going on for several years now, according to many surprised social medias. Now, Tate, who has been long pushing for the change, as he heard researchers in the media increasingly referring to the term Southern Ocean, is delighted. He said it's sort of geographic nerdiness in some ways. He says, if the alteration is finally recognized by everyone, although it's not clear who has to make the final call, those compiling textbooks, maps, school, and university programs will have a lot of work to do to change their maps to call this the Southern Ocean, of course. This is by Alexandra Sebriakova of Sputnik News, and I'll leave a link below for you for the Earth Null School. You can also see, of course, the chemical particulates and the various particles that make up our environmental pollution as well here. Okay. Thank you for your support. Please leave your comments. Thank you.